Now let's talk about Game 4. Now, obviously, LeBron James had a sensational first half. Even I, as a great Michael Jordan fan, have to admit LeBron James' first half was sensational.
You knew LeBron would bring his A game, did not want to go down without a fight. And look at this, LeBron has everything going his way early on. Trying to throw the alley-oop to Hachimura, and it just goes in. LeBron with his highest scoring half in his playoff career. I mean, this dude's done everything, and somehow here had his most productive offensive first half in his playoff career. 31 on 11 of 13 from the floor in the first half.
And here comes the next problem that I have. No, I watched many of the NBA shows and they were all talking about that. In the third quarter, LeBron James was trying to get his teammates involved and that's why he wasn't scoring so much. In my opinion, I feel that it wasn't that. In my opinion, LeBron James was running out of gas, which is totally understandable. I mean, the guy is 38 years old and obviously you can't play for 48 minutes. I mean, what kind of a game plan was that? The question is, did Darvin Ham say, okay, we need you for 48 minutes, or did LeBron James say, hey, don't sub me, I can play for 48 minutes? No matter who decided that, it was a stupid idea. Yes, of course, we're talking about LeBron James, this phenomenal athlete, but hey, the guy is 38 years old and Father Time has never been beaten. So in my opinion, as I said, he was running out of gas, and I want to talk about the last play. I had a long discussion with my father, actually, who's a big LeBron James fan. But hey, let me give you my point of view. I feel that LeBron James, in the last moment where he had two players basically grabbing the ball from him, if he would have still had like 100% of stamina, he would have bullied his way to the basket and he would have scored. But he just could not do it anymore. If you see how slow he was, that to me just was the biggest proof that he was done. He was empty, gas empty. So again, bad game plan. He should have rested like 3 or 4 minutes in the first half, especially if you have a lead of 15 points. Give the man a break, and the same thing should have happened in the second half. But that's another thing. Now, before I tell you guys why I think that the GOAT conversation is finally over, let's take a look at what some of my colleagues, NBA journalists, etc. have to say.
All right, Essay, how's LeBron going to look if he gets swept?
Ain't going to look great. Sweeps never look good. It's not going to stop him from being recognized in my eyes as the second greatest player that ever lived. But the fact of the matter is, those of us who talk about him and compare him to Michael Jordan, because that's the only thing you can do at this point. There's no other blemish that you can throw on the greatness of LeBron James. The sweep just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. We can slice it any way we want to. Both of them have been swept twice, by the way. I mean, LeBron has been swept in 2007 and then 2018. Michael Jordan got swept in 86 and 87 in the first round against Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics. We get all of that, even though Michael Jordan has never been swept in a 7-game series, while LeBron James is on the verge of having it happen to him for a third time.
Denver won this game essentially in the third quarter when they outscored the Lakers by 20. LeBron James was spectacular in the first half, looked tired at times in the second half, still had the ball in his hands with a chance to tie it up and send this to overtime.
I got a lot to think about, to be honest. Just for me personally, going forward with the game of basketball, got a lot to think about.
Listening to LeBron James tonight, now we're wondering how much longer does he have?
Leads to a lot of speculation and leads to a lot of conversation one way or the other. Okay, there's a chance that maybe he's retiring. No, there's no way he's going to go out like that. I can give both of those arguments from that answer he gave. That's, like I said, the ultimate cliffhanger.
Now look, obviously LeBron James is one of the greatest players the NBA has ever seen, and I personally don't have anything against him. Obviously, I am a Michael Jordan fan and he's my GOAT, but the only thing that I always had a big issue with was LeBron James calling himself the GOAT, and those many fans who never saw Michael Jordan play, who never studied the game before LeBron James calling him the GOAT, when it's obvious to everybody who really studied the game that the competitiveness and the competition back in the days was far superior to what we have today. It's just a fact. To me, it's a fact. I watched like thousands of NBA games back in the day. I watch the NBA today. I have seen so many things. I spoke to guys who competed against Jordan, who also competed against LeBron James and Kobe. I know everything I need to know. Anyway, while in my opinion the conversation is over, LeBron James is still playing incredibly on a super sensational level, but he cannot win an NBA championship if he doesn't have two other superstars on his side. And if we go back to Michael Jordan, especially in his first three-peat, he was playing alongside Scottie Pippen, who was just emerging to being a superstar, who was an all-star player just at the beginning. He won an NBA championship in 91. He didn't have another superstar in 92. He didn't have another superstar in 1993. And he beat the Phoenix Suns with Dan Marley, Charles Barkley, and Kevin Johnson. Tom Chambers, by the way, but that's another story. The Portland Trailblazers, who, in my opinion, are one of the greatest teams who never won an NBA championship. And the Lakers. Yes, of course, and truth been told, obviously the Lakers weren't the Showtime Lakers anymore. Kareem retired, and it wasn't the same team anymore. That's why I don't count them. But the Phoenix Suns and the Portland Trailblazers were the real deal. Anyway, to me, in my opinion, Jordan is the GOAT, and the conversation should finally be over. Let's just say LeBron James is sensational. Maybe he's in the top 5. Who knows? Who cares? But don't call him the GOAT. Come on, people. If you love the guy, love the guy. But please analyze and study the game from back in the days.